Give me 8 minutes and I'll help you decide which Steelcase chair is best for you. Steelcase makes some of the best chairs in the world with the best warranties, the best build qualities, and some great functionality. But not every chair in their lineup is going to be good for everyone. We're going to start at the lowest price point and work our way all the way up, starting with that Series 1. The Series 1 is Steelcase's entry-level chair, coming in at $499 for a starting price. Now, this is going to be a well-rounded chair for the price point, giving you a good adjustment package, seat height, seat depth, four-way adjustable arms, as well as lumbar height adjustment. Now, the biggest draw side when it does come to adjustments is going to be that recline. It has more of that hip thrusty recline and not a traditional deep recline that we tend to see on ergonomic chairs. It is a little bit on the smaller side as well. So if you are under 5'10" or over 250 pounds, this chair is going to be pretty small for you. You need to be slim and short so you can avoid both the hard frame as well as that smaller seat design. Overall, it does have a good build quality, but I tend to lean towards other chairs that are a bit more well-rounded than this one. If you're looking for something in the same price point, I tend to lean towards the Soji from Hairworth, the Vera from Eurotech, or even going with just a refurbished Leap because they're going to be about the same price. The Series 2 is going to be the next chair, next step up in that lineup, starting with a price of $699. Now, this is going to be an upgrade. You're going to get a higher backrest. You're going to get much better arms. The arm caps are 10 times better on the Series 2 as compared to that Series 1. You still get that four-way adjustability. The one thing that is going to be the same, though, is you get the same mechanism and below. So the recline, the locking or lack of locking feature is going to be the same on this chair as the Series 1. Not my favorite design. Because this one is going to be $200 more, you'd expect it to be quite a bit more comfortable, but unfortunately, I just do not find the comfort in this one. The seat is very, very firm, and I also feel the same way about the backrest. It does have a headrest addition that you can add, but unfortunately, it's not very good either in my opinion, so I tend to skip the Series 2 and go to our next model if you can, or just go back down to that Series 1 and save some money. If you're looking to fast track your ergonomic chair search, check out our chair comfort cheat sheet in the description. The Amiya is arguably the best value in office seating when we're looking at new chairs. This is one of my favorite chairs in the entire lineup from Steelcase, just from a value standpoint. This one's going to come in at a starting price of $999, which yes, it is expensive, but you are getting a ton of value. It's one of the most well-built chairs on the market. These things last for 20 years, literally. We sell them refurbished and they come in great shape. We send them back out after refurbishing them and they hold up very, very well. You're getting a ton of adjustments, seat height, seat depth, four-way adjustable arms, some of the best arms in the business, the same arms as those Leap arms, really comfortable backrest, and the seat cushioning and backrest cushioning are top-notch. So you are going to be comfortable in this chair all day long. I cannot recommend this chair enough. I would recommend it to family members. Anyone that's looking for a really good chair and you don't want to spend upwards of $1,500, $2,000, definitely give the Amiya a look. This is a great chair. At $1,099, we have the Think chair. This has been one of the staples in Steelcase's lineup for many, many years. They've redone the design. Unfortunately, I don't love the newest design. They went to a weight-activated system. I don't love that hip-thrusty, non-tension type recline. It really has to fit your preferences, and unfortunately, I don't love this one. I think that you're paying a little bit more money for a chair that's not quite as comfortable as the Amiya. Yes, the seat and backrest are comfortable. They are very flexible. You have a ton of movement, and you do get the exact same armrest package. The one thing that I will say about the Think is that it's a great looking chair. So if you are focusing a little bit more on looks and aesthetics and you don't necessarily love the look of the Amiya, because that is going to be the biggest downside, then you might want to go with the Think. They're about the same price. The Think looks much better. You can tune it up with a couple of contrasting colors and make it look even nicer, and it is a very well built chair. I just don't love the recline system on it for the price that you're paying for the chair, but overall it's very well designed. For the same starting price as the Think, you can also grab the Karman. This is Steelcase's entrance into the mesh chair world, and they did their own thing on this, which I really, really like. They didn't just go with a standard mesh, the pulled design over the hard frame. They actually incorporated a little bit more softness, both in the mesh itself, so it's not that typical pellicle, slick mesh design. It's got more of a, almost like a fabric-like feel to it. And then the seat itself also has some padding underneath, so it's not just straight mesh. I do find that seat to be much, much more comfortable than almost any other mesh seat that I've used, and I do like that they have a flexible frame on the backrest. It's almost like a rubber-like material. They tried to kind of do the same on the seat. It didn't come out quite as good as the back. It's not quite as flexible, so you can still feel those edges a little bit, but overall, I do think it's a pretty comfortable chair. My one gripe is they didn't go with the good arms that you'd find on like the Leap or the Amiya. The arms feel a little bit cheap and they move a little bit on their own. I don't love that, but if you are looking for one of the nicest looking chairs on the market and you're looking for mesh, something really well built from Steelcase, this one could beat it. At $1,399, we have the Leap chair. Now, this is one of my few S-tier chair picks. This is a chair that I sit in every day at my home, at my office, at work, at the conference room, any chance that I get. I really do love this chair, and I think it's the most well-rounded chair on the market right now. Starting with the seat, it's got a nice seat pad. It's not overly thick, so it's not hot, but it does give you good support, and it is super flexible, which I love. The backrest, same way. You can twist, move, do whatever you want in the back, and it has the best lumbar support you're going to find, both because it's super adjustable up and down, but also in and out, so you can change the tension as much as you want. It's got the best armrests in the business, in my opinion. They're super sturdy. They can adjust anywhere that you want. The one downside with the chair is going to be the recline. It's got kind of a more static recline. It's not a deep, smooth recline like you'd find on something like the Aeron. I tend to like it, but some people are going to want to go in a different direction. And then the Leap doesn't have a great headrest option. The one that you get from Steelcase is not very good in my opinion. I would skip that. So if you really do want a headrest on your chair, I'd look at the next one. While the Leap has been Steelcase's flagship chair for years, that title probably now goes to the Gesture. It is more popular, it is a bit more expensive, and it's typically the most prominently featured chair when we go to shows or just see their chair lineup in general. The Gesture is an amazing chair, really, really high-end build, and you get away from kind of the boring looks that you tend to get with the Amiya and the Leap. It's one of the nicest looking chairs on the market. The one gripe that I do have with the chair is going to come down to that seat. It is a little bit firmer than the Leap and the Amiya seat, and it also tilts a little bit forward, so I feel like I'm kind of sliding a little bit out of the chair. But the rest of the chair is absolutely incredible. It is the most flexible chair you're going to find in the lineup, both in the seat and the backrest. The armrests are second to none. They got the cantilever design, so you can position them however you want to and in ways that you can't do with any other chairs. And I also like that they have the nice, sleek technology adjustments on the side where they're really hidden. You can just reach them very easily and you just kind of turn them and everything adjusts. I really like that about the chair. And then the headrest. I had always been kind of a person, not a hater of the Gesture, but I've always just kind of held it back a little bit in comparison to the Leap and Amiya. But when we got the headrest edition in, I was blown away. If you are looking for a chair that has a high-end headrest, the Gesture is going to have the best one. This is a void in the market right now. We do not have a lot of high-end chairs with good headrests, and the Gesture fits the bill. It's comfortable and it is super, super adjustable. I would highly recommend this headrest. So if you're just looking for one of the best chairs on the planet with an amazing headrest, then definitely give the Gesture a try. Steelcase has an incredible lineup of chairs, but if you've watched this entire video and you don't like any of them, check out our office chair cheat sheet. We rank all of the chairs that we've reviewed on comfort. You can check that out in the description below.